If you spend 50 to 70% of your video editing time doing cuts, adding background music and adding those punch zooms, then VoiceCut may be the right choice for you. VoiceCut is an AI powered video cutting tool that helps you cut your videos and also add punch zooms by making use of its AI face recognition. And also it lets you edit your whole video by making use of storyboard similar to that of Descript. All you will be doing is editing out the captions that the AI generates and your video will be edited. But it all is not so good as it seems. For many people, this may not be the right choice, but I will help you decide in this video coming up. Alright, this is the website and these are all the features available, and if I go to the pricing section, they have two plans. The basic plan that gives you 45 minutes per month, and the professional plan that costs you $57 per month. So I'm on the AppSumo plan, but still it's saying my current plan is basic plan, but still like all the AppSumo features will be available here. So the main thing is that even in their monthly plan, the resolution support is max up to 1080p. That one thing that you need to consider. And when I go to the AppSumo page, they are running an AppSumo deal. The link is given in the description, that is akshay.it/VoiceCut. This is my affiliate link. And if I scroll down, there are 3 licensed tiers. Before that, almost all their features are available in all their plans. Okay, so you get 90 minutes of video per upload. Okay, you can't upload 2-hour long Zoom interview hoping that VoiceCut will be able to handle that, right? So 90 minutes will be the cap, and you have 150 GB storage. So in case if you're recording your videos straight out of DSLR, then you can easily exceed this 150 GB mark, but still you can delete your videos anyhow. And you have all these features here. Okay, all the features are available, and the only difference would be the number of hours of transcription and AI powered video editing per month. So in case if you are serious into video production, then I highly recommend you to either get tier 2 or tier 3 license if you feel that this tool may be the right choice for you in your workflow. That you will be able to decide before the end of this video, right? If you're interested in getting your hands on this deal, feel free to make use of my affiliate link, that is akshay.it/VoiceCut. It will not cost you any extra money. So let me go to the tool. Here, once you log in, you have home, new project, project list, media, and the contact us. So the first place that you will be beginning is in the new project area. Even before giving your project a name, okay, so you need to add your media. Okay, so here you will be adding media. So I have 2 media here. So this one 39 MB, it's around 1 minute. And this one is very long, I guess, like it's around 15 minutes. Okay, so let me upload this one, upload file. Considering the size of this video, it's uploading fairly quick, actually good. They are not throttling the upload and download speed. And I can go to style and someone is talking, and here I need to select the language. Again, UI and UX needs a bit of refinement here. And let me go next. Here I need to select any of the background music that I would like to have in this video. Let me lower my volume. Okay, so these are all royalty free tracks. I can select any of these tracks. It feels like I can select multiple tracks, but no, I can only select one track. And let me go to next. And here it asks me to enter the project name. So I can auto cut the silences, smart background music, auto duck, auto punch in, auto voice booster, and much more. So in AutoCut silences, if you have a lot of filler words, those dead airs, then this will automatically take care of it. And smart background music, auto duck, like in case if the music is louder than your voice, then when you are speaking to the microphone, then it will automatically lower the music. That feels really good. And auto punch in, those punch zooms will be automatically done. And you have AI voice booster, burned in captions, and many more features. Okay, so here I have already uploaded a video for this review sake. So the thing is that first I uploaded my 13-minute 1080p DSLR video, and man, it took around 4 to 5 hours for the AI to process and complete the editing of the video. I'm pretty sure that this is due to their AppSumo launch. Their servers were busy. And after that I uploaded 1 minute clip from my training course that is 87 MB, and it took around 1 minute for AI to process the video and do the editing for me. So let me go in. First, let me play the original video and then you can compare it with the edited video. Okay, so you can feel free to skip this section if you want. Okay, now I can play and you can hear there is a lot of dead air in the middle of this video. This video is going to be really important. In fact, this is the most important video in this training course, because this is about all the best practices that you need to implement when it comes to designing your prompts. If there is one, I expect AI to punch zoom in this portion, right? Like when I did this. So as you can see, there are a lot of gaps. So it has removed 9 seconds of awkward silence, 6 jump cuts created in the middle, 38 lines of subtitle created. I can edit this project. So once this is done, you will be able to see the storyboard. Okay, it has automatically created the scenes and it has removed some scenes like 2 seconds of silence, 1 second of silence, 2 seconds of silence. So this 5 seconds of silence, I recovered it, okay, by clicking on this button. Okay, you can see how the silence looked like. This is 5 seconds of silence, right? So I can delete this. Okay, so the thing is that here everything is split into scenes. Okay, in between the scenes you can add other scenes here from your other videos or other b-rolls and all, and here you have various options. Play this scene in order to play this scene, and play from this scene the rest of this video, and change scene volume in case if the volume is really loud in this section, and you can change the scene type to intro scene or outro scene for it to select the appropriate music and volume. And here you can edit the subtitles. Okay, and you can split this scene to sub scenes so that you can get rid of some portions and you can delete this entire scene, right? Similar to that of Descript, there's no option for you to just delete out some word here and expect that word to be taken out of the video. You need to delete the entire scene or else split up your scene to multiple scenes and delete those scenes, adding to the friction in the video editing process. One really good option here is you can select clips for new project, and here you can select some of these scenes that you find are interesting and you can create a project out of these scenes. So you can effectively repurpose the various segments or scenes of your complete video into separate videos for usage on social. But I mean, like, again, you need to create a project and render and export. Well, it adds a lot of steps to the process. And you have translations. Okay, so provided that your subtitles are 100% accurate. In this case it's not 100% accurate, but it's fairly accurate. That can be easily correctable by any virtual assistant. We can also leverage translations, and I can go to music, and as of now the selected song is Infinity, so I can select any of these songs in case if I want to replace this song. And I have settings here. Music volume, I would keep it as low, and AI voice booster, this will remove background noise and enhances the voice quality. As per my experience so far playing with this tool, it really does its job of removing the noise without any distortion in the base audio. That is really good. And let me go to preview and export. So here I can preview this video. You can listen to the background music. When it comes to designing your prompts, if there is, you can see the punch zoom. Prompt programming for, there's no control for me to control the amount of punch zoom. Large language model, the quality of create relevant output. If your input is crappy, the output will be crappy. Yeah, this is auto duck, right? When I silenced, when I didn't speak any word, the music came in. When I start talking, then the music will be faded to the background, right? So that is auto ducking. And you have resolution max up to 1080p, and you can select the aspect ratio, and you can also download the subtitles in SRT format. So let me go ahead to storyboard, and here say if I don't want this segment, if there is one field that I'm really interested in, let me delete this. Okay, after deleting this, I can go to preview and export. Now it's saying there are some changes that were not previewed. To see these changes before exporting, click on render now, and this render now button, like this process will again take 1 minute for this 1 minute video. So in case if your video is around 20 minutes, you may need to wait for another 15 minutes for it to generate the preview of the changes that you have made. That one aspect I didn't really like. The AI silence remover functionality is really good. It has added enough padding to the left and right so that the cut will be really smooth, not like really rough, similar to that of Pictory. And after this, you need to download your footage. Once this process is done, they are not throttling the download speed. Okay, download speed is really good. Okay, it took around 40 seconds to generate the preview. So if I edit the project here, this field is removed and it should be reflected in the preview here, and I can export the video, and it will again take for some time for it to prepare the video for the export, and then the download button will appear and you need to download the video. But one thing that I really liked here, when you go to project list, you can see the rendering progress, and it says we will notify you by email once this is ready. You can quit your tab, right? In case if you have projects really well planned ahead of time, then rendering process will not be a time sucker because you have planned it really well. So, and you have media, you can manage all the media that you have uploaded, and that's pretty much about this interface. You can go to accounts, and here you have all the quotas, you know, how much storage is available for you. Max length for a single file is 90 minutes, max size for a single file is 5 GB, and the subscription. Now let me discuss about some of the pros and cons of voice cut. You have a lot of features like silence remover, automatic punch zoom, auto ducking. There are a lot of features, and you also have voice cut snippets wherein you can reuse certain portions or the scenes in your video to various other videos. Okay, and also the automatic silence remover is really good, right? It is not giving you rough cuts like that of Pictory or any other software. But there are some cons that you need to consider when you are making use of voice cut for automatically transcribing and cutting your videos. You need to upload your raw video considering their limits to voice cut, and depending upon your internet connection, it can take a while for it to upload the video, and it takes a lot of time to process the video and let AI do the editing for you. And then for each preview, you need to keep on clicking the render button, and it again takes some time for you to just see the preview of what all the editing that you have done, right? So this can take a lot of time compared to that of other softwares like Descript, wherein the preview of the editing will be available almost instantly. If you ask me, this is not true storyboard video editor. And added to that, AI powered face recognition punch zoom works really well, but they need to seriously consider adding some options to set the amount of punch zoom that will be there. Okay, so there is some lack of flexibility with this software, and also after the editing is done, then there's no option for you to download the XML file so that you can import the XML file to Premiere so that you can see the cuts that it has done and maybe get some footage back. And added to that, if you are into 4K video production, as of now, VoiceCut only supports 1080p. If you take a look at their roadmap, they have search and replace function, improve scene trimmer, Grammarly integration, and all these things available, but they don't have 4K video support and XML download feature for you to just continue your editing in Premiere Pro. Okay, so like it can save a lot of time. As of now, for our workflow, we are making use of an offline software called TimeBolt. I have bought their lifetime deal. So it helps me to cut any size of the video, okay, whether it's 4K, 8K or whatever. So I can set the preview playback rate, and also I can just get rid of the unwanted parts in my video by just making use of their timeline. And you have a lot of silence detection options, padding options, fast forwarding silences, applying transitions, looping background music, and a lot of features, and even have the option to export my cuts as XML so that we can continue our video editing inside of Premiere Pro. Considering our workflow, I'm thinking there's no solid reason for us to move our video editing workflow to VoiceCut, because we are already using TimeBolt that is a big productivity booster considering that it is offline. For some of the people, VoiceCut may end up costing a lot of time because it takes a lot of time to process and even preview the edits that you have done than saving your time, like in some of the cases. But still, depending upon your workflow, you may need to give VoiceCut a try. Again, the link is akshay.it/VoiceCut. If you have liked this video, just hit that like button, and if you have got anything to say, let me know in the comment section below, and I'm out.